Hey there, Chris McCarthy here with Brand Identified, and today I'm going to walk you through an AI business integration plan to help you build out your SOPs and your playbooks. You will be able to use this 6-step framework to craft a consistent, recognizable brand voice that builds trust, clarity, and emotional connections. So this is what we'll cover here. So first off, we're going to go through the 6-step AI-powered framework. Then I'm going to help you answer the 10 questions that you must answer to define this AI strategy. Then I will show you how to accelerate your strategy using the custom GPT BrandOptimizer.ai. Then I'm going to walk you through a 6-step AI prompt sequence to customize your framework and your strategy specifically for your business, also using that custom GPT BrandOptimizer.ai. And then finally, I will show you how to install Brand Growth AIOS into your business. So let's jump in and get started. Step number 1 here of this AI-powered framework is to define. And you're going to want to start by answering these 10 clarity questions. Your answers will help us identify which processes are the most critical, where breakdowns are occurring, and how to turn knowledge into repeatable systems. So question number 1, what are the core repeatable processes in your business today? We start by identifying the work that happens over and over again. These are the processes that benefit most from documentation. Question number 2, which of these processes are currently documented in any form? Knowing what's already written down gives us a starting point. From there, we can then see what's missing and what needs improvement. Question number 3, what format do you currently use to store or share your SOPs or your process documentation? The format matters because it impacts how usable your SOPs are. We need to know where they live and how your team is accessing them. Question number 4, how often are your SOPs reviewed or updated? Outdated documents cause mistakes. A regular review schedule keeps your system accurate and useful. Question number 5, how easy is it for a team member to access and follow your SOPs today? If your documentation is hard to find or confusing to use, it won't be followed. This helps us assess how functional your current setup really is. Question number 6, do you have any role-based playbooks that guide how team members do their jobs? Role-based guides help people perform consistently without needing constant oversight. If they're missing, team performance will vary. Question number 7, where do you see the biggest inconsistency in how tasks are completed right now? Inconsistency shows us where documentation is lacking or unclear. It's often the biggest source of wasted time and rework. Question number 8, have SOPs helped you delegate effectively or onboard new team members faster? This tells us how well your documentation is supporting growth and delegation, or whether it's becoming the bottleneck. Question number 9, what's the biggest obstacle keeping you from documenting more of your processes? Whether it's time, the structure, or lack of clarity, identifying the barrier helps us solve it and move the documentation process forward. And then finally, question number 10 here is, if all of your processes were documented and followed, what would that allow your team to do more effectively? This answer gives us the outcome that you're aiming for, whether it's scaling faster, reducing errors, or freeing up your time. So moving on here into step number 2, and that is to identify. Pinpoint the highest priority process to document. You don't need to document everything right now. Start with high frequency, high impact tasks that drive delivery, create delays, or are hard to delegate. So first, list repeatable tasks done weekly or monthly. Flag any processes where mistakes often happen. Prioritize workflows that slow down onboarding or handoffs, and start with 3 to 5 core SOPs that will remove friction fast. So with this step and then all upcoming steps within this framework, I've given you an AI prompt to help you define this strategy. Now, more specifically, I've given you a BrandOptimizer.ai prompt. Now, BrandOptimizer.ai is a custom GPT that I've developed over at Brand Identified based off of working with hundreds of clients for the past 25 years. So I want to make sure that you're taking this prompt and all upcoming prompts and adding them into BrandOptimizer.ai, that custom GPT, not just regular ChatGPT or another large language model, because they don't have access to that full brand identified knowledge base. So for example here, you will take this prompt, which is "we are a," and you would insert your business type there. That serves, and you would input your target audience there. Now help us identify which tasks and processes that we should document first to improve consistency, speed, and delegation. So you're going to take this prompt. You're also going to take the 10 questions from step number 1 and your 10 specific answers to those 10 questions from step number 1, and then you're going to move them over and visit BrandOptimizer.ai. Now from here, you're going to click on Launch the Custom GPT. It's going to open up ChatGPT, but it's going to open it up directly into this custom interface for BrandOptimizer.ai, which is that custom GPT. So I want to make sure this right here is where you're inputting all these prompts, that prompt right there, and then all upcoming prompts within this framework. So moving on here into step number 3, and that is to outline. Break each process into clear step-by-step actions. Now we convert each of these tasks into a detailed outline that captures the full workflow, including what's done, by whom, and when. So define the process name and the purpose, break it down into sequential, repeatable steps, assign owners or roles responsible for each of those actions, and then highlight the tools, the links, and the templates or the checklists that are needed. And then I've given you another BrandOptimizer.ai prompt to help you out here with step number 3. So moving on into step number 4, and that is to document. Turn outlines into formatted SOPs and repeatable playbooks. Clarity is everything, so use a consistent template and structure to create documentation that is usable, searchable, and easy for anyone to follow. So use simple language with action-oriented instructions. Format it with headings, bullets, and decision triggers. Include screenshots, videos, or examples where they might be helpful, and then store it in a central place like Notion or Google Drive that everybody can access. And then once again, for step number 4 here, I've given you another BrandOptimizer.ai prompt to help you out. So moving on to step number 5, that is to deploy. Integrate your SOPs into team workflows and tools. An SOP only works if your team actually uses it. So make it part of onboarding, your daily operations, and product checklists so that it becomes the way you work and it always gets done. So share your SOPs during onboarding and role transitions. Link these SOPs to tasks inside your project management tools. Set up reviews or walkthroughs to train your entire team, and assign owners to make sure that every SOP is updated over time. And then I've given you another BrandOptimizer.ai prompt to help you out here in step number 5. Step number 6, this is to maintain. Keep your documentation current and usable. Processes evolve, and so should your playbooks. So create a system for reviewing and refining your SOPs regularly so they stay relevant and they stay valuable to your business. So begin by scheduling quarterly SOP reviews with your team leads. Add version numbers and updates to each of those SOPs. Encourage team feedback when steps break down or they may change. And then replace tribal knowledge with documented improvements. And then as always, just like all the other steps here, I've given you a BrandOptimizer.ai prompt to help you out here with step number 6. So moving on here, this is a 6-step AI prompt sequence that I built out for you that you can also use over at BrandOptimizer.ai to instantly create your custom strategy for your business. So prompt number 1 here, this is your strategy prompt, and that is help me build a complete strategy for SOPs and playbooks that aligns with our brand and our business goals. Prompt number 2, this is your execution prompt, and that is give me a step-by-step execution plan to implement SOPs and playbooks effectively in our business. Prompt number 3, this is your audit and your optimization prompt, and that is audit our current SOPs and playbooks and recommend improvements or optimizations that we should make. Prompt number 4 here is your template and your tool prompt, and that is provide a fill-in-the-blank template or a framework that I can use to create or improve upon our SOPs and our playbooks. Prompt number 5, this is your role-based prompt, and that is how should and you'll want to insert your role, your title, your position, or a position within your organization. So for example, founder, CMO, or marketing manager, approach SOPs and playbooks in a growing business. And then finally, the 6th prompt here, this is your integration prompt, and that is how does SOPs and playbooks connect with or support other areas of our business, for example, marketing, sales, or operations. So this leads us to Brand Growth AIOS, which is an AI-powered operating system to optimize your business. It is a proprietary 16-phase optimization and execution strategy that integrates 60 specialized services into one unified growth engine. It is designed to transform your business into a high-performance, fully optimized, and scalable operation. Every service is delivered in a structured, sequence-based framework that starts with deep diagnostics, applies proven strategic models, and then executes with AI-enabled tools and automations. Now, I've prepared a short video overview of Brand Growth AIOS that I'll queue up here in just a few seconds, but I also want to make sure that you check out brandidentified.com to learn more, and then also make sure you check out brandgrowthaios.com as well. The Brand Growth AIOS is a complete operating system for your business. It's a proprietary 16-phase optimization and execution strategy that pulls together 60 specialized services into one unified growth engine. The entire system is designed to take your business from where it is today and transform it into a high-performance, fully optimized, and scalable operation. Now, here's the important part. This isn't just a collection of services thrown together. Every step is structured, it's sequence-based, and it follows a very specific framework. We begin with deep diagnostics, then move into proven strategy models, and then bring it all to life with AI-enabled tools and automations. Once the Brand Growth AIOS is installed inside your business, here's what you can expect. Your company will run on a streamlined, data-driven, AI-supported infrastructure. You will deliver a consistent, high-quality client experience that drives both retention and referrals. Your offers, pricing, and positioning will be optimized for your market. You'll have predictable opportunities coming in through campaigns, funnels, and content systems that are built to work together. And you, as the founder, along with your leadership team, will finally be able to focus on strategy instead of being stuck in daily execution. So let's talk about what that means for your role versus ours. Your role requires only a minimal time investment, about 15 minutes per day for quick approvals and roughly 30 minutes a week for high-level strategic reviews. That is it. Our role is to handle everything else: the audit, the strategy, the design, the build out, the optimization, and the execution of your complete Brand Growth AIOS. That way, you can stay focused on leading your business while we install the system that allows it to scale.